โอเคไปต่อเลยนะครับเสร็จธุระเรียบร้อยแล้ว
Here's really hot and heavy. Has it always been like this? Is someone injured over there?
มันเจ็บอยู่มาก
Watch out! For the Kremnoin! Kremnoin? This is their doing?
Maggie, now's not the time to dwell on that. Let's help. Excuse me. Oh, these were here as well. That's a relief. Even the Twilight Courtyard is involved? What in the world happened here? I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill.
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam?
He disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to. Some people...
Let these people rest. The two of you, please come with me.
Have you thought of something, Aggie?
Yes. While their intentions elude me. This is really bad.
Snowy! Even Snowy!
The culprit is Mightimus.
ครับ
What did you do to everybody?
It's just another duel where I...
Duel?
As I expected. On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City, but they're still impulsive youths at heart. Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finan indulged in this time.
Am I seeing things? Is the magnificent deliverer finally dead? What kind of response is that?
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response. I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot.
I didn't forget.
Then, you're welcome.
In
The
twilight's last gleaming, Makima stands bold. Dreaming of her fruitful gardens, pilgrims arrive from distant lands. Yet little do they know, they will step into flames. What are you playing? I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the crown prince of Kremnos knows how to appreciate poetry.
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak literature.
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home, just as Akama is distant from many people's homes.
I know how to interpret poetry, Haikus.
There's no point in pretending to be profound, my friend. Thank you for helping me out when I...
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't ascend to God.
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Mightimos, and the...
Still thinking about what I should do.
Never mind. It's probably not my idea. It does strike me, though.
Go ahead. Let's see.
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. Come this time. We'll see who can stay in a super hot bath for longer. What? Are you chickening?
The phrase chickening out does not exist in the Kremnoan language. I just find this situation absurd. That's all. Oh, looks like I'll have to teach you some role.
น้ำสภาพ
And thus, an unprecedented son with unparalleled resolve. The two warriors' determination even alters since we can't see what's happening in the Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion mentioned by a certain veteran? The central figure, the main. Long before the dawn of Erechrysia, the two beasts started their timeless battle for tens of thousands of years. It fixated
อันนี้อาบน้ำเนาะแช่น้ำเนาะ
It had nowhere to escape. On the land of Amphoreus, sun lives me, and at last, the most scorching moment of the day.
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
What? Could you get lost?
Are you asking me to get lost?
Do. Whatever.
Oh, please forgive my
What a spectacle of folly.
This is what you get for daring to challenge a Kremnoan. Understand?
What I'm saying is, your little...
Personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our...
This isn't fair. You're wearing way less.
Is this the latest trend now? Getting into the baths while dressed in full armor?
Don't look at me like that. It was he who challenged me.
Very well. Let us bring this farce. Alas, the flame chase journey is destined to be a lengthy one.
But thanks to those two, although we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find a memorial palace.
Such an empty bath is indeed. I was looking forward to unwinding after work.
How about we go to the biggest bath?
Let me check. The water.
So, how is the feeling of having the...
It's so good.
But Lady Treeby, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us?
We will have to pass. After all, we've become children.
Please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of Yanis.
Oh,
Are you curious about us, Hyacinth?
I am, but something tells me that it might be better to change the topic.
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't discuss. The truth is, a long, long time ago, we were a mature adult just like Aggie. Then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis's divinity and gained the power of passage. And in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Treeby and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in body and mind.
We don't know what awaits us at the end either. But anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
In that case, when you opened that giant sentry gate above Akama during the battle against Nika,
Well, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chaser.
maybe we can find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Neusporus, we will do everything we can.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. You're indeed an Access student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacinth.
Now there's another reason to look.
Lady Treeby,
Something's off. It's that strong feeling again. Is it Rayanne? Wait, no. It's Trinan. Trinan is in danger.
I win this round of escorting the bathers home.
How does one contender alone...
Offering a compliment or two wouldn't be the end of...
Haikas.
Hi... What is that word?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena. By the way,
Though we've been acquainted for some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient...
it's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. listen and read just fine. Comes to writing.
You can write?
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
That was in jest. I understand. After all, you spent all your childhood wandering.
Worry about yourself first, Deliverer. You also never mention your hometown, apart from when you need to introduce yourself.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Ides Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flames of war. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams.
And in
Trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes, I saw it all. Ides Elysiae ablaze with everyone. My family. Blood-red half-sun hung in the sky. Just like on that day. And before my eyes, that murderer killed Cyrene. But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried it on. I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this time,
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself.
that's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Midas.
You finally picked up some manners.
แป๊บหนึ่งนะค
That's
รับ
good to know.
Okay. กินข้าวไปด้วยเล่นไปด้วย
And what about you, Mighty? What did you see in that trial? What do you fear?
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at all.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as my old comrades. Hephaestion, Perdiccas, Ionius, Ptolemy, and Bethesda. Ever since I returned from the Sea of Souls, these five have been by my side. We faced life and death together during our days in exile. Those 10 years were arduous and filled with moments worth treasuring. Each night, we would gather by the campfire, savoring honey brews and singing our hearts out. The wind in the wilds of Amphoreus smelled like rust. Festian would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink. He had a scrawny figure. It was a relentless force on the battlefield, dispatching foes without so much as a blink. Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicine, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Ionius was a swift runner, our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library. And then there was Possesta. He was the silent type, but a truly masterful musician.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these five. Now, their names.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma. Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Ladon. The second month of cultivation. In the end, his remedies mended all but himself.
Maidemos, do not mourn. I have achieved honor by bestowing a noble death upon the enemy.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months. On the night of the fiercest storm, our foes launched their assault.
Idonia. Is that the city Castorus used to live in?
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death. They lacked respect for honor. They cornered us in the bottomless swamp. Leonius covered for our retreat. They cut his legs off. He vanished into the mire of a foreign land, his body never to be recovered.
This is perfect. Maidemos, I can finally deliver the news of you ascending the throne to the Netherrealm.
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, rebels refused to surrender and set up an ambush within the city. Altney and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Those obelisks that collapsed after being set on fire became their final resting place.
Maidemos, please tell my family.
Then, it was Possesta. You lured our enemies, consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire.
Maidemos.
And at last, my most trusted friend, Festian, was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But a sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father. He hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnoan dying on a sickbed. I would be
Festian, my dear friend.
no need. Even if Perdic. Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back
grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect.
My father threw me into the sea of souls to break the wheel of karma. Little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body to summon a fated revenge on his head. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there. Against the dissent of many, Amphoreus included, I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Ankama. I know that their glory will never be doused out. The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nikodor, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So, you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
I don't know. I have never been crowned. Those 5 were never endowed with any title.
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe you could seek counsel and that teacher of yours, Crater? Lady Triby, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trina! He got abducted by Kratos!
Kratos! What's going on?
Mighty Mos. It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerabilities first.
Klaya, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis. He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
She told me the truth. Why did you do that?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate. If you want to run away from your destiny to become king, and keep running, someone will eventually stand up.
Age has blinded you, teacher. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared?
Kratos, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy? Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaya? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac. The prophecy of Genesis and the Flame Chase journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
Silence, Kratos. Do you even know what you're saying?
Are you defending this woman, Mighty Mos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? How many cities fell in the past millennium? Their people massacring each other. Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
Are you done talking? By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. I am allowed to pass judgment alone. Kratos, your actions are unforgivable.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal! Someone has to resolve this conflict. Lord Kratos did not use violence to harm us. Please, Aglaya, hear us out.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Kratos.
We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy that we neglected those of you not favored by its message. Your accusations were harsh, but justified. We wish to earn your trust, and those of the Kremnoans. I think the best way to do that is to take you to witness the source of the prophecy for yourself.
How are you going to show me something that has no...
You've heard about that Outlander, right? He has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past. We will ask for his aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanisopolis, we will show...
A fair proposal. I accept.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom.
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's prisoner.
Teacher.
Forgive me, young master. Ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos. We placed all of our hopes in you, but never...
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people. Wise as you are.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. A smart person can only choose to tangle himself with the mundane in this world. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood, just as you did back then,
A fierce fighter. I did not expect such fulfilled duty as the victor. Until you...
As if you have any honor. Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Minimos. I'm here to finish you, father.
It is you. The beast spurned by all. Did defy death. The prophecy was true. Bring an end to my Kremnoan dynasty.
Defy. You're wrong. Death fears me. It's the reason I have this body of steel. As for you, you already stand at death's door. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a Titan. The one who desecrated the body of God. Hyakis! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you. Now, fate's reckoning is upon you.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown. Coronate yourself with an old king's blood and inherit it all. Become the new rightful king of Kremnos.
No. I don't want the crown. Listen. There's only one end for the kings of Kremnos, and the crown means nothing to me. All I want is your life, to avenge Mother and my comrades.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall. Do you truly think you can escape fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we are both the same. Feast on strife and fear. Now, kill me! The son of Gorgo is destined to be crowned in blood!
craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Might as well go see him. Grand craftsman, how have you been?
King of Kremnos it is. That you
You knew I was coming?
Your matters, I've heard. Path forward, you see. But before that, take
What's this?
a signet ring for the keep.
What? Mother threw it in.
A long time to fish out it took. Very fortunate we were.
I can hardly imagine how much patience, courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring in the sea of souls. I owe you one.
Gratitude there is no need for. Repayment for saving me, this is. Questions you bring with you? Ask now.
Fate I've always denied has finally caught up to me. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy. The Chrysos heirs, Council of Elders, the Kremnoans. Even the bards who will let it all into song.
Yet hesitate still you do. Hesitate, why do you, young king?
Because of my people. The men, women, the elderly or children. Hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for home. They've all been waiting for this day. For the day their king returns. Children of Strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions and song. Would then gather around their king and throw themselves into battle.
This is not a good thing, you believe.
Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous, decline. How much innocent blood flowed into the River of Souls in all those years? How many needless sacrifices could we have avoided? I accept that fate and become the totem of strife. That lead my people into repeating the same mistakes. And of course I would be terrified. I'd be terrified of becoming king.
A different kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
Mama! Mama!
Oh. Now what did you dream about, my darling Trebios?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into a...
Well, that sounds like a lovely dream.
Yeah! The ocean and the sky were really the ocean wind blew us onto an island where the winds tasted like flowers. There were bleating sheep and chirping birds inviting us to be their guests. There were so many.
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages. Perhaps what you saw in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphoreus.
You think so?
What's wrong, Trebios?
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean. And it was very tall. The mountain looked alive. And it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain. Then there was a bang and I...
A dark wave.
Mama, does something that scary...
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in it. We call it the Black Tide.
though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form.
Oh, but mine is a baddie.
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well. Listen to what the adults tell you. The divine Yanis will then give you guidance and help.
Wow, I'm gonna. But, Mama, you said.
If that happens, then the Holy Maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path.
Yeah.
But one person alone is not enough. Once you're older,
Are they?
they might not, but they'll certainly be justice.
Mama? Am I dreaming?
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too. Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Trevios is the smartest girl, I'm sure.
Her voice sounds so far away. I don't remember.
Your friends will chase the black tide away alongside you.
Is this from my childhood? I don't remember. Use the spindle.
There will be an amazing captain on that big ship.
Wow, that's amazing.
Of course you can. I think that person lived. There's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also
Just like Mama?
perhaps. But before we find the captain,
I know! She's Trevi! I named this doll after myself? I don't remember it all. It's packed full. Mama must. All the words are blurred out. Bad chest! You can't lock me away! Huh? It's holding a.
many years later, many brave warriors will board this ship.
Ooh, I can learn how.
Silly girl, your Yanisopolis is holy.
Alright.
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city.
In that case, let Trian fight fighters this way. We'll all. How could I have known the name Tree? Was it just a coincidence? Learning can change your destiny.
When navigating at sea, you need to know both the...
Isn't Yanis's.
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land. It's easy to get lost.
Alright. Even though my brain is off.
Circes also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar.
I want to be a teacher too.
Why not?
And Trinan can do it. She, Mama, and the others always said. Now.
Come, let's line them up. Now, Trevios, set them on this music box and let...
Music box?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You...
I invent?
Oh, my lovely Trevi. You're usually so bright. What's gotten into you today? Well, you might as well see for yourself.
What the dolls? It's rotating. And I can hear something.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful music. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite.
I don't
It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will help jog your memories. Happiness abounded in this lush land. giants raise their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove, they declared the world too unstirring. Hence wished, and thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear, O great Kephale, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze, with light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden blood spill converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world.
What's going on?
Oh, Yanis, please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living dead, but ghosts. What is this world? It mirrors your maze-like fate. What is this world? A silent lament without a trace. What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the end? The spirit lonely and subdued. And subdued. And subdued. 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 Subdued.
Trinan! What's going on?
Run! Trinos, run! The black tide has arrived!
Where can I go?
น่ากลัวมาก
Why? Why are there souls everywhere?
This is the sacrifice of a holy maiden. You won't make it to the only one person can.
I know. It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Get your farewell streets. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. I will never remember this. Trivius. All shall bid farewell to one. And that person alone will witness the miracle.
ก็คือจาก3ก็เหลือ
Then traverse the black tide. And I shall see you tomorrow.
Mama! Are we?
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe. But
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty of time to rest.
no.
It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trina. And you as well. If you want, I can pierce through his chest.
Aggie, cut it out with the scare.
I'm just kidding. If I were serious, I would... Do you want to talk about the dream?
We had it. The dream itself was nothing. It's just the timing that feels a bit unsettling.
You mean...
It's Trianne. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, her soul continues to slow. There isn't much time left.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live.
You have a point, Aggie.
I believe there's still
And souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Such is our fate. most beneficial to the flame chase journey.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade away before me is even more sorrowful.
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. Please don't feel sad about saying goodbye.
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
So, what would you like for breakfast, Aggie?
What?
After all this talking, weird feeling. Do you remember when we first met, Aggie? You were still a little one, and we caught you secretly eating oatmeal late at night.
While my emotions might be fading, those memories, please, let me do it. What would you like to eat?
It's fine. Leave it to us. You should rest. And see you tomorrow. Nevertheless, that nightmare is ominous. Memories are slipping away, just as expected. Another trip must be made into the abyss of fate.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire...
Oh, it's you.
No way. Do you really still remember that, Professor?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here? Surely you're not here to reminisce.
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have a hidden agenda.
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment, as always. Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel fast. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword. At least, it looks like a greatsword. And a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack. It's yours now.
I was right. It is this thing. The one who tore...
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akuma stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that blade. That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any Titan.
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond Amphoreus?
It's...
Nonetheless,
we drop the pipe dream, Finon. No one wants to see you.
his mere presence will endanger the Holy City and the Flame Child.
You know that I don't believe it.
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect. That's all.
Take a seat. Since I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
นั่นก็คือ
What's wrong, Trina? Just remembering what happened at the grove. Monster in the blood grove. So don't be scared. There are no bad guys here. Didn't you say Brienne threw it away? Far, far away. We got back safe from the grove because of you, Trian. You were the reason the flame chase journey... Sorry. Trian, are the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow we will reveal the prophecies past to everyone. First, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to, since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan, Orynyx, for help. Also, remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the lucid hour tomorrow. Oh, yes! Trian remembers. Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before we meet with the Titan. Saffron? Huh. It's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisopolis. If we are to replicate memories, we need to. And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made for her, and she really loved it. I see. It's like. But it all depends on whether or this. After all, it was us who took the core flame from Yanis, from Orynyx's kin. We will have to give it a try. If there's truly no other way, in our current state, we probably leave it to Trian. Trian knows how to play key. In any case, let's look for saffron first. I hope there's still some. I remember that aged saffron is preserved. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
It's a dead end ahead. Turn back, teacher.
What? Aggie? No. It's an illusion. Wow. This room is huge. Trina, did you? Yeah, I saw it. Was that a warning from Orynyx? What are you two whispering about? Treeby? Trinan? Trian can't even hear our own telecommunication. Well, never mind. Trian suddenly feels like this place is quite familiar. Oh, there's a whiff of safari in this room. It's right over there. Over here! Follow Trian! Trian, slow down! Right here! Summon. Wait. Wait. This isn't that name. Never mind that for now. Could it be our lost memories? Is it possible that we were already noticed by Orynyx but why haven't they said a word? Orynyx has the whims of a child. Perhaps. Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
Separation and death, reconciliation doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Are these visions also fragments of the past? Treeby! Trinan! Look what I found! Coming! But what? It was right. Huh? I swear! Trinan, Treeby, why aren't you saying anything? We were just lost in our thoughts. What you saw was likely, Yanis' hair. Okay. Could Orynyx be trying to make us falter? Something feels off. What do you mean? It might just is Orynyx really putting us through it? Still no luck finding any safari. I suppose we can do without it. Let's live in dark places like this? What's going on? Oryx disappeared?
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the Black Tide, but is also
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Second, I'm one of its targets. Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stepped. The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather, on the Titan Cersei's inside me.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't he be headed to Akama soon? The vortex of Genesis is full of the Titan's core.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now. If my presumption holds, that person, the first target, is me. The second target is Oryx, who hasn't yet fallen. And the third is Akama and the vortex of Genesis. But I suspect Akama won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain.
What about Thanatos and Aqua? Their core flames are yet to be restored.
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. As for Aqua, can you fly?
No, I can't. Why are you asking?
Can that Swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if he does grow wings?
If they had wings, they wouldn't have made it out of the grove alive.
That's a relief. Anyway, since the Flame Reaver has two
with the distances between Akama, the grove, and these...
Oryx! Are you in here? No response at all. Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or... Treeby, we should leave. This temple has other people in it. What? Oh. Listen, footsteps. Fast ones. 3, 4 people coming this way. Come on, we need to hide. Whoever they are, Treeby, Trinan, come check this out. What's this? Trian feels like it's so...
We only saw the two of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Danny and I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady Trianne. What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course we were still too late. I fear some...
Then Lady Trianne... She doesn't have much divine power left. We can barely...
That you're both safe is already a blessing. Everyone, we must take action now. We should split into two groups. One group will see the other group will come with me to pursue... I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide. So I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities are fleeting on the battlefield. We should...
Lord Finan! Ah, Lady Treby and Lady Trinan. I'm glad you're all right.
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows about the situation and sent along a message. Fine. I understand that Swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you charge in without a plan, I fear that you won't be the only one who dies in vain.
understand. Hatred is a hero's deadliest
Battery
poison.
70%.
I have no intention of fighting alone. If that Swordmaster really is related to the Black Tide, I have indeed planned to return to the Holy City and discuss the strategy with the Goliath.